I've learned to stop stressing about a credit card. And I know credit is important because you obviously need it to keep renting, purchasing a home. A lot of a lot of things rely on credit. And I know it's useful, but people stress about it too much. I've written down I've noted down 5 things on my phone that actually help me out with my credit and how I stop stressing about all this credit. Even though I'm 20, I've had my credit card for around one in a year or a year and a half, and these 5 things really help me out. Number one is just learning the utilization. So everybody says it's ideal to have less than 30%, like use less than 30%. But what I actually found best is just keeping my utilization so low, below somewhere in between 1% and 15%. I usually try to aim as low as I can, but some days are just, some months I just don't even realize that I already used my credit card, so my utilization goes up. And you may be asking to yourself, like, why do I think this? Well, there's really no saying about it. At least for me, I've experimented with my credit for months and months. I've tried using all my credit, like try maxing it out and just paying it in full. And it's not a lot of stress, but it's just more. And I know credit cards, they get people to start using the credit cards by points. Once you rack up a certain amount of dollars in your credit card, you get a certain amount of points, and you could translate that into, getting a new gift card or just putting your points into cash back. You can just pay your credit card with the money that you own spending on your credit card, which seems nice, but a lot of people don't realize that they have to get that money from somewhere, and that somewhere is people going into debt trying to max out their credit card every month, or just being financially irresponsible. So number one is low utilization. Keep it up below 15%. That's what I find ideal for me. I know it differs for every person, but maybe it's by age, maybe not. Because I'm young and still need to build my credit. But low utilization below 15% is the best. Number two is just this. This kind of contradicts number one, but just treating it like a debit card. And you guys may be thinking, oh, you mean like just outright spending it straight like a debit card. What I mean is just the thought process behind it. The thought process behind of treating it like a debit card is don't spend money you do not have. So if you do not have that money in your bank account right now, ready to pay it off, then just don't spend your credit card at all. And credit cards can be ideal for situations like, let's say you don't have that money yet, but you need to pay it. Like, let's say a rent payment. Like, oh, I only need this much rent payment. So what you do is you think to yourself, oh, I'm going to have my paycheck next week, and or I'm going to have it on Tuesday or whatever. I'm going to just spend it on my credit card and just pay it back next. And those situations can be nice, but a lot of people find themselves in debt having this mindset of just saying to themselves like, oh, I get paid this and this day, or oh, I only have to wait like a week and a half if you get paid every 2 weeks or so. And they end up forgetting about that credit card and going into debt, which lowers their credit score, obviously. So I just like to keep this mindset of just using my credit card as my debit card. I know a credit card it has more security and protection compared to a debit card, which is another reason why I like use my credit card. Even if I keep my utilization so low to the point that it really doesn't look like a debit card, I really just treat it like a debit card. If I don't have that money right now, I'm not gonna spend it on my credit card and just talk to myself and be like, oh, it's okay, I get paid next Tuesday or something like that. And sometimes there are situations like I stated earlier about your rent and you have deadlines and stuff, but most of the time you do not want to use your credit cards in situations like those. So that's all it for number two. Just treat it like a debit card. I'm sorry this video is a bit fast paced. It's really cold outside, and I don't want to keep my car on for I don't want to idle my car for 30 to an hour straight. It's 20 degrees outside. I apologize, but number 3 is really just realizing that your credit score is not a race. Everyone always thinks it's a race to the top, like who can get the 800 credit score the quickest, or oh, my FICO score is this, and that age. We're all maturing is realizing we're all at a different stage of life. All right, and that equates to everything in life. Just let's just say about this video, your credit score. Everyone's gonna have their up and down when it comes to credits, and I've had my ups and downs too. All right. Granted, I'm newer, so it's easier to not mess up my credit, but it's really not a race. I'm 20 right now. I'm not in a rush to get 800 credit score or something like that. What really matters is, I believe, is your credit age or your credit history. So back when I first started, my first 6 months, I had a score of 770, which is that is amazing. That's actually really good, but I couldn't really do anything with the credit just because it was only 6 months. I don't have any consistent payments or anything like that to show that I actually am trustable. So even if I have a high credit score, that doesn't equate to being able to rent it out easily. Because if you really think about it, 6 months is not a lot to all the decades I used to have to live. So stop treating it like a race. You don't gotta race your friends to financial freedom. I mean, it could be a friendly competition, but you don't gotta race and just be like, oh, I have this credit score. Like, it really doesn't matter. What matters the most is just consistency. All right, just keep paying off your credit cards and view it as something passive. It comes with time. Your credit score will come with time. It's not always going to be low. Like, before you know it, I'm sure around in like, whenever I turn like 23 in 3 years, I'll look at my credit score and be like, I have this much history. I have like 5 years of history, or four years of history, and my credit score is so high that it actually builds my wealth. All right, so that's all it for number 3. It's really not a race. You need to stop. You need to stop treating your credit card or your credit score like it's a race. It's really not a race. Everyone's in different stages of life, like I stated before. And number 4, it really adds on to number 3. I think it's a really good point that a lot of people freak out about. I know a lot of people freak out about their credit scores, and sometimes I do too, but realizing that if you're newer like me, if you're younger age, I've heard around 3 weeks, or not 3 weeks, 3 years, it always fluctuates. It always goes up and down, up and down, up and down. And I'm at a point where it keeps going down, and I believe it's because I opened up a new credit card and my credit age average is significantly lower because I opened up a new account. And at first I was really scared because my credit just started going down out of nowhere. I was like, oh, I made my payments. What am I doing wrong? And I've done some research on it, and I actually realized that it's because I opened up a new credit card. It brings it down, but it will bring it up. So let's just cut straight to the chase. Scores move up and down all the time. A lot of people don't realize this. Every time they see it go down, they think it's something horrible that they've done. You know, even something as big as just opening up a new credit card like what I did. I was really stressed about my credit score going down from a 770 to like 730. I was really worried. Even though that's only like 40 points, it's a lot. It's a lot to the majority of people. And I used to think that obviously that's a significant amount. That's from very good to just good. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but just be prepared that your score will not always be the same score. And I don't have the experience because I'm so young, but I believe that scores moving up and down all the time when you first start doesn't really matter. Maybe after 5 years or so, if you keep seeing your credit score go down, maybe there is something wrong. But as of now, for our age, which I believe our audience is young people, and if you're not, that's completely fine. I believe you have more wisdom than I do. I'm just recording it and saying it. But scores always move up and down. You don't got to worry about your FICO score jumping from like 800 to 780. That's 20 points. That's really not that significant if it's just for 1 month. It'll go back up eventually. And that's what's happening to my credit right now. My credit age is just fluctuating, and it keeps bringing my credit up and down, up and down, up and down. So that's really not a big thing. At last and least, I'm sure I stated this somewhere in the video, but time will always win. It always leads to time. How long you have this credit card for. Like my previous point, I stated how I opened up a new account and brought my credit score down. Time will always win. I know in time, if I keep being consistent with my payments, if I keep my utilization low, if I keep treating it like a debit card, my credit score will eventually just keep going up till I hit that, I think it was 800 or 850 FICO score. Time will always win. Time in the market. Same applies with everything, especially investing. But we're talking about credit scores right now. Time in your credit will always win. Just keeping it consistent. That's why whenever you get in debt, you see a lot of people just getting themselves more into debt but not just paying it off. And you obviously need to pay it off, but a lot of people just forget about it. Or they're like, oh, it's only this amount of dollars. And I have a friend that got himself into a credit card debt and is having this mindset of just, oh, it's so much money, I might as well just take the hit. Just pay it off. Time will always win. And time can go against you if you're in debt. And what I mean by that is going into debt is only going to make your interest keep going more. It only keeps stacking up. So if you don't pay that off in time will win against you, not with you. And that's all I have for this video today. I'm sorry for this if it's really short. It's really cold outside. I hope these things help you out, and smash that subscribe button and like button, please. Thank you.